Is my friend Matthew Berkey, and I'm ask him directly to the point. Now you've been talking to us about the subject of being a philosopher, an atheist, coming from a background where scientifically there's no God. Now all of a sudden, after the death of your father, you're really experiencing something here. You're wanting to find out there what is the ultimate real truth of good and bad, and is there really a God? And listen to the Christian and their message. You've met somebody named Khalid. He's telling you his message seems pretty direct, feeds the brain, feeds the heart at the same time. Am I up to speed?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, and then what happened?
Well, basically the things that finally convinced me that Islam was the one true way to serve God and God's chosen religion for all of us was that I came to find that there was no separation in terms of secular and religious life. That it wasn't a thing where I'd go worship and then after I leave the mosque I do whatever I want, but rather Islam was a way of life that covered every aspect of life. It was a complete way of serving God from the morning to the night and everything in between. And another thing that really convinced me was the fact that the Quran, I could learn to read the Quran in the original language. So I didn't have 4 or 5 different translations. I could read the original Quran. It was unchanged to the letter.
So you started to learn Arabic?
So I started to learn to read Arabic. So I could read the final revelation in its original form.
Now, have you learned Arabic enough to read the Quran?
Yes, as a matter of fact.
Well, we have a program on here that's called Learn Arabic in English, so that's great. Yeah, I'd like to encourage people to do that. Is it hard to learn Arabic?
It's not hard. It's not hard.
Well, let me ask you this question while we're on the subject of Arabic. Have you read the Quran in Arabic just like they used to read?
I think so, yes. Yeah.
You said think, why?
Well, I have. I mean, to the best that I can approximate my teachers.
But I mean, there's no doubt that you're reading today what they read then.
Oh, I thought you meant like the style of voice. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the Quran, as I came to find out, the Quran in letter and, in fact, in mode of recitation is preserved. The way it's read is preserved all the way back to the time of the Prophet Muhammad, okay, peace be upon him, and his companions. So and that was another thing that really clicked with me, is that I saw with modern day religions, they were always changing their laws. If social norms said that something was acceptable nowadays, say for example homosexuality, then they would change their laws to say, okay, well we can have homosexual priests or homosexual whatever. Not picking on that particular issue, I'm just saying as an example. Whereas what I found out about Islam is that the laws were preserved and that there were people following the religion the same way the earliest generations of Muslims were following it 1400 plus years ago. That to me was very convincing, because if they were God's laws, then they shouldn't be changeable by man.
Okay, so now what happened? What was the actual turning point?
Basically, I was getting more and more information, and I was still praying and praying, and then at some point I felt like, there was nothing left to hold me back from being a Muslim.
And then?
And then I said, I'm ready to be Muslim.
To who?
To my friend Khalid.
To Khalid?
To Khalid, yep.
And then what did you do?
So he told me he gathered me in front of the small community of Muslims, and he told me to repeat after him and to say, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah.
Allah.
Right, which means I bear witness that none has the right to be worshipped except God alone. And I bear witness that Muhammad is his messenger. And on saying that, I became a Muslim.
That's it, you're right.
That's it.
That's what it takes to enter into Islam.
Yeah.
We have so many questions we want to ask you, and I know our viewers are out there thinking, yeah, but wait a minute, or hold on a second, you missed, So what I'd like to do, if you agree to this, viewers, let us know what you think. Send us some emails about it. Maybe we'll have another program with Matthew. We can go more in depth and talk about some of the details, what it was before, how he came in Islam, and now what he's living here in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm sure that, would you like to do that?
Sounds good to me.
It sounds good to me too. So watch for that episode also coming up, I think, on Bridge to Faith. And it's been great to be with all of you today, and I would like to close with this. If you're really talking about faith and you're not really sure about the faith you're in or don't have a faith, Just pray to God above and ask Him to guide you. If there is a God, who else could guide you better? You don't have to move your lips. You don't have to go anywhere or do anything. You're already where you need to be. Just say, God, guide me. If you're sincere, I think you're going to be guided. And may He guide you to the truth and keep you steadfast always. Till next time, for Bridge to Faith, this is Yusuf Estes reminding you to visit our website, Bridge to Faith, and you'll have some more stuff about us there and others and their Bridge to Faith. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Peace.